CQ, CQ, CQ. This is Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee.
Kilo 5 Yankee Victor Yankee, you are 5'9" plus QSL.
Hello, this is my first video to try to feature some of the projects that I post on my page to help try to explain them a little bit better. And you know what? I spent a lot of time writing out a script, a little storyline with this, and I think it's better that I just kind of go with it as we go here. So what you see is a plastic $10 ammo box that I got from Harbor Freight. Very portable with the handle, little space there to keep a couple extra little tools, Velcro straps, which is extremely handy. And if I ever find some more, I'm going to buy some more of those. Inside the box we have a solar charge controller mounted to the removable tray. The controller has LED lights that stay lit up showing you the battery voltage. So I needed a way to disconnect the main battery from the controller to minimize drain on the batteries while it was in storage. So I installed the simple on-off switch. And taking the tray out to the side, there's my PowerFilm Solar foldable solar panels that I won off a 100 watts in a wire fallout event. Thank you to 100 watts in a wire and PowerFilm Solar. There's the connector to the solar panels, a homemade 12 volt cable that I made to connect to the Transworld HF transceiver that I had planned on using with this setup. Also the 18 amp hour battery that I stole out of a portable jump box to jump start your car. The jump start function didn't work, but the battery was perfect, so I took that battery and used it to my own needs. I can put the solar panels after use back in. Everything fits nicely. Good snug weatherproof seal. The power switch there on the right, which is lighted, so just a visual indication of whether the system is powered on or not. And the 12 volt accessory plug on the left that I usually plug a USB accessory with a voltage meter on it so I can visually see the voltage. This is my first portable setup away from the house. This was at a local trade day in a parking lot. You see I have the solar panels stretched out facing the sun, and a couple radios on the table and plenty of chairs for guests to come by. This is connected to a multi-band mobile antenna that you can barely see to the left of my hatch there. This system was pretty fun to work that day. I had acquired a 35 amp hour battery in addition to the 18 amp hour and had them wired parallel, but I had no room in my box, of course, for this bigger battery. Here you see the Transworld HF radio on the left. Runs 100 watts, whether it's on 12 volts or 110 volts, and it was unfortunately very power consuming to the battery setup. So I attempted to try the Kenwood TS440 that I actually brought to try to sell, and even at 100 watts the TS440 did not put much of a drain at all on the battery system, so I decided to use that radio for that purpose. I was going to need a bigger box, and I've always had my eye on a box with wheels on it because, you know, battery weight, and you start putting all this other stuff in there, it adds up pretty quick. So this allows me to remove it from the vehicle and wheel it around. I was actually at a friend's house one day and seen he had this box sitting off to the side. Looked like it'd been out there for a while, and I said, hey, you going to use that? And he said, no, give it to you. So I brought it home and started transferring my stuff over. I've got this miniature QIT dual band radio that I knew I wanted for a go box setup. Very small. It's got enough power to get to your local repeaters or work some local simplex. The plexiglass top. Here you see the solar charge controller. I have over on the back side of the panel to the left is the positive fuse block, and to the right of it is the grounding terminal block. This makes it easy to connect additional equipment as I may need, as far as like the HF radio and possibly a tuner. And here you see the completed package. It's got the old ammo box that contains the foldable solar panels and any other accessories that I might need to fit inside the box for safekeeping. In the green package is a PL259 mag mount, so I could attach an antenna to a magnetic base somewhere if I wanted to. Under that there's a 12-volt power supply. If I happen to be somewhere that has available AC power, I can just plug directly into that. Under the power supply is a UPS battery backup supply that's been modified and wired directly to the parallel batteries, and will charge those equally with 110 volt AC power, and also provides me with 110 volt outlets if needed. Here's just showing where I installed the lighted power switch, and under that, which is hard to see, is the 12 volt accessory plug. Here you can see I've got plenty of room with the dual band radio mounted. There's plenty of room off to the side to put my HF radio, and enough room in front of the dual band radio to have a notebook for logging purposes. Plenty of open space there to work with, and also convenient to see what I have under the lid. And we'll go back to this photo for a moment so you can kind of take your time and look it over, and also I can explain the UPS setup a little bit better. The UPS supply, the factory batteries were removed and wiring was connected directly to the battery charging circuit. The batteries are wired parallel, positive to positive, negative to negative, and the cables coming from the UPS supply is connected to the positive of one battery and to the negative of the other battery. That creates a equal charging state for both batteries. The UPS also supplies 110 volt receptacles, so I can plug in 110 volt power if I need it. You know, you're kind of looking at this thing going, it's not very clean. The wires are kind of all over the place. I can go back and tidy the wires up at any time, and a lot of the components had come sitting around my shop that I've got that's been sitting there many years collecting dirt, so I apologize for that. This next video is just a short clip of showing the radio actually receiving the signal and powered up, and being able to see through the lid, and how easy it is to just lift it up and get under there. See the charging cables coming from the UPS. I will add some LED lighting to this system to make it easy to see at night. Thanks for watching. This is K5YVY Amateur Radio Station.